everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me here today for some Bible journaling. I wanted to share with you this particular kit, this particular set from My Happy Space. She is a friend of mine on social media, and she's just got a sweet heart, a sweet soul, and a love for Jesus. And she has an Etsy shop and a YouTube channel, so I will link those in the description box. And Sonia reached out to me and asked if I could share this particular product with my followers. So let me show you what all is included. This is an awesome set. And I have printed it out on various types of paper. I love her video where she makes a booklet out of all these elements, and that's where she writes her scripture verses that she is memorizing. And then it has these tools here to help you remember scripture, or to what's the reason why we do it, what are some tips. So I'm definitely going to put together a book just like she did, or somewhat like it. So I will link that, and I also have it up here, a card for it. But let me show you what you get, and all of this set is just $5. And then you can print it as many times as you want for personal use. You can just do whatever you want to with it. I'm going to do some Bible journaling today. So you get this sheet with the cards. You get these different journaling cards. I love the colors. I love the grungy look to it. I love this one in particular, and this is what I'm going to be using today. These tags, some labels and tabs. You get this sheet of patterned paper, and this is a lot of fun. So you can see it's a large size. And then this sheet of patterned paper as well. Here is a black and white of those journaling cards, and I spilt some coffee on it. So I'm going to have to print that again. I really like this one because you can do so much with it. I'm going to use this as a frame for my scripture. So I printed this on clear sticker sheet. These large flowers, and you can always take them, resize them if you want. I printed this on clear sticker sheet, and then this is really pretty too. So let me put you on fast forward and we will get started. Okay, so I am here in my illustrating Bible. This is actually my Psalms and Proverbs, and I've only done a couple of pages in here. And I'm using a gelato. This is called eggplant. It's one of the translucents, and I just give an edge, or I just kind of scribble it in all around the edge, and then I use a baby wipe to blend that in. I want it to look kind of grungy, kind of swipey, and I think that this works. This color works nicely with this kit. I'm here in Psalm 7, verse 4, which says, well, I'll start at verse 3. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. So on screen here, I am adding a little bit more color in. I'm just picking the color up directly with my baby wipe and then swiping it onto the page. And I highlighted those verses. I'm going to cut out some pieces. I actually edit out a lot of my cutting here because I don't think you need to see it all. But so I cut out some of these elements that I knew I wanted to use. And then this particular piece, I'm framing my passage. I cut it in two pieces and I trimmed it down just to make it fit better. And I'm going to add these elements. You'll see me in a minute. I take one of the tabs that I cut, one of the tags, and then some of the pattern paper, and I'm just going to tear those, and I'm going for a layered look here. I want to layer up behind this tag, and I'm going to stamp on the tag. Now the story behind this page is yesterday we went out to eat. We went to a Chinese restaurant, and we went to Pei Wei. And my fortune cookie said, "You will receive the desires of your heart." Well, immediately my thoughts went to this passage, and it reminded me. I said as soon as I read it, well, absolutely I'll receive the desires of my heart because I delight in the Lord. And If I take delight in the Lord, then I will receive the desires of my heart. If my desire is for Jesus, then I will receive him. I will receive that desire. So I'm using this stamp set here from Sweet and Sassy Stamps, and I will link all the products that I used. And this says Delight in the Lord. And I thought it fit perfectly on this little tag here. I love the scripty look of this set, and it's got other phrases that are great to use. And so I'm going to layer up these pieces. You can see I printed some on the clear sticker sheet, and I know that these will not be completely visible. I just want them poking out, just kind of peeking out from behind this layered cluster. I take that tag, I take that tag and I punch the hole in it. I'm going to add just some white string to that, and I love the textured look of this layered effect, and I'm going to take some of that same white string and layer it behind the tag, but I felt like I needed a little bit more blue behind this, so I'm cutting out one of these elements. I just basically tear it, and you can see I tear some of these things in half because they're coming out from both sides. So I do a lot of fussing with this, trying to get it just kind of the way I want it to, so that enough is showing from behind, but not too much is showing from behind. But the good thing is you could just, cut it in half, tear it in half. And I love being able to tear here. This is just such a fun process. It's easy to do. If this is something you're interested in replicating, just tear, just have fun. And the great thing about these printables is that you can always print more if you want more, if you mess up, whatever. So there's so many elements to this kit. So I'm going to go ahead and start adhering these down, but you can see I continue to fuss. I want some of that gray, the blue, and the lavender to come out from behind this. And I just ran out of adhesive, so I had to switch my tape runners. And now I'm continuing to layer these down. I'm going to use some double-sided foam adhesive tape. And here you can see I grabbed some of that string to layer behind my tag. I've done this for years. I love the look of that. It just adds some texture and some fun dimension. And it's so easy to do. I put a little bit of the adhesive down just to keep it in place, and then I just kind of nest it up so that some of it's peeking out. And then I use the foam adhesive on the tag, and that keeps it all in place. So I cut out a few more elements here. A tab for the top, a white label, and then another one of those little journaling pieces. And I'm going to make a cluster up top. I stamped my date on the white label, but I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put that. I end up just cutting that in half and using that at the bottom, and then I'm going to use the top part. I do take my precision pen and finish up that mark where I just cut it off the border. And I'm going to do a little bit of journaling on this little tab here, this little journaling spot. I do save some more room so that I can write kind of the story behind this. So you can see that I'll have a lot of that space there in the middle once I'm done. So I adhere this. I put some of the foam adhesive on one side because that is attached, and then I'm cut out some more flowers, and I'm going to use that up at the top to anchor my cluster up at the top, this tab. I'm writing the verse, Psalm 37:4, on this little tab, and now I'm going to layer these pieces. I pull out my tiny attacher, and that's how I'm going to attach these pieces up here at the top. And then I'm going to pull out some more stamps from Sweet and Sassy Stamps, my couple of my favorite ones, they're Faith Wordfetti and Faith Wordfetti 2. You can see I added another flower up there. I really like these two stamp sets because they've got these little phrases and they're great for the tabs up at the top. So I pick out the ones that say, live for Him and give me Jesus. Because that's really what it is. If I am delighting in the Lord, I'm living for Him, my desire is for Jesus. My request is to give me Jesus. So you saw that I added some black splatter paint, and that is it. Here are some close-ups of this page. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments section and I'll check those. I do have all the products listed, so be sure to check those out. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and give this video a like. Thanks. Bye-bye.